emoji guy.
That's what came up.
I've never used it before. And we have the worst thing about him, but he has to do that for sure. That the movie, then the movie thing comes up, had to a new one. Wait, oh, it's just the emoji that goes with the thing.
Yeah. See, it makes sentences that pretty much are regular sentences, but they don't have a point to them. Like there's no
the old way to the end. He said that sounds better, and the
you never get what this person's talking about.
Was not as far off because of a great as a father.
Do you say movie a lot?
Yeah, I guess movie night.
I guess so. All right, let's start this podcast.
I'm sending this to you.
I shouldn't do that. All right. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, episode 583, the Vanillish Podcast.
Vanillish is an ice-type Pokemon. Yes?
Could you please tell us about Vanillish, please?
Vanillish is an ice-type Pokemon. It evolves from Vanillite, starting at level 35. And I'm not going to say any more about that. Vanillish have large, white, rounded upper bodies with a swirled substance on top, making it resemble a scoop of vanilla ice cream. Scoop. Its eyes are dark blue with small ice crystals at the sides. Vanillish has a dark blue mouth, 2 ice crystals below its mouth, and stubby limbs that resemble icicles. It has a pointed lower body that resembles a large icicle. Vanillish lives in southern, I thought it for a second, I don't know why, but was going to say southern New Jersey.
Yeah.
Where there's lots of good ice cream. I love ice cream. Southern snowy mountains, which it migrated to during an ancient ice age. It creates ice inside its body by drinking water and expels it to hide itself or freeze opponents. It's number...
I know.
It's spooky looking. It's number 583. It is an ice-type Pokemon. Its abilities include Ice Body. Is that a hangout? Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Sorry. I don't mean it. Oh, for those that are only listening, I'm playing with Google Hangout stupid crap.
Yeah. What crap?
My brain, please.
Its abilities include Ice Body, and its hidden ability is Weak Armor, which is really funny because Weak Armor doesn't really seem like an ability.
I have a question for you.
I have an answer for you.
Would you, given the opportunity, would you eat a Vanillish?
Yeah, sure.
Now we're talking.
No question.
You really would? No problem. You would just eat a Vanillish.
No, I feel bad. I don't really like to eat like living creatures. I look like a douche.
There you go. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done this because now I'm just going to be doing this all podcast.
You can. It's fine. I got to finish music. See you later. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
All right. Thanks for the Pokemon, Mom Brain.
Sure thing.
Pokemon Brain.
Oh, it's 50-50 male to female ratio. She's about 3 feet tall and 90 pounds, so a little heavy.
There you go.
Look at me.
Kirby is on his way. He's just not here yet.
Do you know that for sure?
Yeah, because he just texted me.
All right.
So we'll be saying hello to him in a little bit. But for now, it's...
Or we won't be. We'll just pretend like...
If you want to be mean, sure. That's not bad. So while we wait for it, well, see, here's the thing. Like this week, there's not a ton of top stories. There just wasn't a lot going on. I mean, we have things to talk about, but we don't have like the usual amount of top stories. Well, this is very topical. Yeah, we don't have the usual amount of top stories to talk about, but we will talk about plenty of things. First thing I would like to mention is the new Parents Play is available. And This week, my parents are playing No More Heroes, as I said last week. So the video is now available. I stayed up late last night and edited it. So you can check it out right now. It's on the front page of GoNintendo right now. It's a top story. It's in the Go Original Content section, or it's on the YouTube channel. My parents playing No More Heroes, one of the great Wii games, in my opinion. And on top of that, it's not a long episode. So if you don't have a lot of time, you can easily watch this very quickly in little spits and spurts. I think it's altogether like 17 minutes long. So, Colma, you were not the only one to suggest that my parents play. I was going to say his parents, that my parents play No More Heroes. There were a number of suggestions. And honestly, I was looking on my shelf that day, and I saw No More Heroes, and I was like, maybe I should do No More Heroes. Maybe today's the day. And it turned out to be the day. Carefree Captain says, the way your dad strikes downward is really weird. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. He's a really weird guy. And this is the thing I need to stress about parents play. The things that my dad does are not him putting on a show for the camera, nor are they him being a character.
Now, do we wish that was the case?
Yes.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, that is 100% how he acts in real life. He hardly makes any sense. Good 80% of it.
Have you told everyone about Corn of the Realm?
I'm sure we mentioned it on the podcast at some point. But yeah, that's him. That's how weird he is all the time. He has a way of looking at things and approaching things and seeing things that others completely don't. And you can explain things until you're blue in the face, and he will just not get it. So there's no like playing up behind the scenes. There's no like editing around. Like, Dad, say something funny or say something like this. That you are getting 100%.
Because if you did that, you would get nothing.
Yeah, you're getting 100% unfiltered, Dad. So yeah, watch them play my No More Heroes in this week's Parents Play. It was quite an enjoyable episode, and I'm trying to continue my ventures into new technology and new special effects. So I had an idea that I wanted to do, and I didn't know if I could do it, but I put it together and it worked. So I'm very happy about that. Mom Brain, do you remember what I showed you last night? Mom Brain, are you here?
You did show me something, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
When I zoomed into my dad's head and you can see what he was thinking?
Yes.
Don't spoil it. If you wanna know, you're gonna have to watch it to find out. But
and then at the end, when he goes, huh?
Yeah, he's like, oh. Colma, yes, it did. I brought it up to him, and it pretty much matched up with what he was saying. So I don't know if you should be scared about that or if you should be happy that you figured out how my dad operates. But hello, Colma and Carefree Captain and Malik Halo and Doomig and SD Sick Hero and Low Camp and Mega Jacob and Roth and Pip Up Water and did I say Carefree Captain? I'm sure I did. And Metasav and whoever else I didn't see in here. Thanks for joining us today. I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a wonderful weekend so far. Carefree Captain, yes, he saw the Piranha Plant in Super Mario World as a bunny, which I drew on the screen, which was my first foray into trying to do things with editing. But yeah, I'm telling you, man, his brain inside his head must be a very scary place. Because I've obviously known him all my life, and I still don't understand how he operates. So, and he doesn't either. Hello, Pep. Oh, and Porky Minch. Hello, Porky Minch. I missed you. Minch. Oh my God, what was that? Something just ran across my feet, and it wasn't the cat.
Oh dear.
Hello, Oregano. Mom Brain, since we missed it last time.
Yes.
Where can people send podcast music?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. Again, that's the gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. I'll get it here in my email, and we'll play it on the podcast 10 at a time.
Any rules?
Yeah. So, WesFX.
Hi, Kirby. It's Kirby.
WesFX just sent me music, and he did such a good job. He named... So, if you're going to... So, you can send a YouTube link, but I would prefer for you to send it to me.
WesFX did such a good job.
A good boy.
As a file, and here's what I want you to name the song. Ready? Here's how WesFX did it. Here's how WesFX did it. He did his name, then the name of the game, then the name of the system. So if I was sending if I was sending music to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
Where?
gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. I would name the file this. Mom Brain, Toe Jam and Earl, Sega Genesis.
Why does it have to say Mom Brain?
That's who sent it. Gotta know who sent it.
Oh, if you were sending
If
it.
I were sending, you were a terrible student, sir. Demerits. I'm bringing them back.
Sorry.
Well, we knew he was a terrible student.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's
But
you don't have to.
Was
do
I a
that.
terrible student or was I a great student? Because I did just enough to get by.
Not a good student,
knowingly.
but a smart person.
Yes. Yeah, that's true, I guess.
That's the deal. GN podcast.
SD Hero says teacher's effing pet. That's right. Oh, what's the next? The teacher loves me. I give the teacher apples and she gives me spankings with the ruler because that's what I love.
Yep.
Because that turns me on.
That's how it goes.
Thanks, Mom Brain.
You're welcome.
Hi, Kirby.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
Okay, sorry I'm late.
It's okay.
I was shaving.
It's okay. Something I was going to say. Damn it.
Something to me?
Yeah, whatever. It's gone. Maybe it'll come back. I was thinking, we were talking about the podcast music, and I had her doing the email thing, and I was thinking you were going to walk in the front door and hear her talking about the podcast music and be like, did I miss the entire show?
Well, actually, yeah, I did hear her like giving the address. I was like,
What?
doesn't she usually say that for the end of the show?
Yeah, it's the end of the show. That's it. We're done. Colma, whoa. Sorry about that. That picture of your cat was amazing. I have to say that, by the way. Such a good picture. Go on Facebook and look up Colma's
It's cute.
cat pictures. So good. All right. So like I was saying, not a lot of top stories today. We will cover what is here. There's still plenty of time for you guys to get in and answer the podcast question this week, which is about your favorite game as far as music goes. I don't want to hear franchise. I don't want to hear any of that stuff. I don't want to hear compilations. I want you to pick the one game that has the best music in your opinion. And the tweets are on fire. I've seen it. There's lots of responses. So thank you very much. But still, time to get in there. Oh, Coleman says his Facebook is private. Well, don't we feel honored then? Wow, we're really loved. I should say go check out that One Show Fun on YouTube. Name of Austin. He has a new video. I saw that he was tweeting about a new video, but I haven't had a chance to see it myself, so I don't know what it is. But I don't need to see it to know that it's good. So go check that out. Also, Name of Austin has... This is Do Michael's new thing.
Oh, texting you while we're doing
During the
show.
podcast. Well, we got to go on vibrate. He moves to a different state and he just he moves to a different state and he forgets all concept of time. He's watching
he knows what time it is.
The Jake the Snake Roberts documentary. And he said he's bawling his eyes out watching it, and he said, spoiler alert, he makes it into the Hall of Fame. yeah, I kind of know.
Way to go.
What the hell was I saying before that?
I don't know, but I gotta go.
I gotta take a whiz.
Well, thanks, Mom Brain.
See you beetles later.
Appreciate the time you could spend. Appreciate it. Appreciate the time you could spend with us. God, I'm sorry. I gotta focus today. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's get into.
Oh, the Twitter boards are on fire.
Oh yeah, that's right. They are. Lots of responses. So thank you very much. I will get to your answers later. And yes, it is a very hard question to pick one game that has the best music above all others, in your opinion. Still a very tough question. Unless you haven't played a lot of games, I guess. Europe. This week's, well, in honor of Nicky Hill, I'll say Europe. This week's uploads from Nintendo to the Wii U and 3DS. Hello, Nate Senpai. Yes, Name of Austin's new video. I don't know what it is, but go check it out because I'm sure it's good. I haven't seen it yet. Focus. I'm focusing. Hello, Lowcat. So what did 3DS get in Europe? They got Disney Magical World 2. Live your dream life alongside fan favorite Disney characters in Disney Magical World 2. Adventure with Elsa and Olaf from Disney Frozen. Dance with Disney princesses. Soar with Mickey in Magical Dream Parades. And more. All while snapping photos to share your memories. The magic is in your hands. So use the wand to solve a ghostly mystery along the way. What a weird way to end that. I didn't even know that. I guess there's a ghostly mystery in the game. Chase, cold case investigation.
It's the ghost of Walt Disney.
Distant Memories is available. This is being published by Axis. And remember, this is made by ex-Sing developers. So if you like those games, I'm sure you will like this. They specifically say in this little tidbit here, it comes from the mind of Taisuke Kanasaki, the director of the famed Hotel Dusk Room 215. So if you like those type of story-based games, then check that out. Ash is available. It's a turn-based RPG featuring a massive, fully realized world with lush visuals and a wonderfully compelling story. These are strange days for Aghus. By Aghaus, Aghus. By order of the magistrate, the Royal Guard is to assemble for deployment in 2 days' time. It has been years since I last left the capital, and further still than I can remember such a command being issued. But what need is there for a royal guard when no king sits upon the throne? Though my oath binds me to his service, the magistrate is not my liege. He rules in absence of their rightful heir. My men await their orders. They are too uneasy. It is for their sake that I stay my tongue and place my faith in the Almighty.
Is this a journal entry?
Right? The Almighty, that fears are unfounded. Tomorrow, we make for the east. And that's where it ends. So...
that Aghus has a lot on his mind.
Aghus.
Clearly. Aghus.
Yeah, Carefree Captain. I watched a video and I didn't even see myself. I was looking for my friend and I saw him quickly and his kid. I did not note that I was in it. Yeah, if you go to Nintendo's Play Nintendo channel on YouTube, we also featured the video on the site. But if you go to their Play Nintendo channel on YouTube, you can check out the Disney Magical World 2 event that the Nintendo Store held for press and special invites and whatever. Yeah, I did my video, but you can go see theirs. Heavily featuring Olivia Holt, Disney Channel's Olivia Holt. And I guess I was in the video for a little bit, so you can go check that out. Special offers. What good games are worth talking about? Another World 20th Anniversary Edition, which we know as Out of This World. Gunslugs and Gunslugs 2 is on sale. Jet Rocket 2 is on sale. Rage of the Gladiator is on sale. What a fun WiiWare game that was, but this is the 3DS version. Witch and Hero 2 is also on sale, and then there's other games in there. The 3DS theme shop got updated. You can get the At the Park with Miffy theme, the Miffy at the Circus theme, Miffy in Autumn theme, and Miffy Trick or Treat theme. Wii U. Man, are there no Wii U releases? I guess not. Wii U also has special sales on Another World 20th Anniversary Edition, Steel Rivals, Chompy Chomp Chomp Party, and Never Alone. So there's your digital releases for Wii U and 3DS in Europe. What did you guys have to say? I bet we have. Come on now. I bet we have some complaints about the Wii U not getting anything. First comment comes from Nintendo 2 Cop, and he says, appalling week for Wii U. If ever there was a call for virtual console titles, this was it. Given that Paper Mario Color Splash came out last week, their last exclusive title, the discounts are dreadful too. They've completely given up. I mean, yeah, Wii U's pretty much dead, minus some indie games coming out. Not that those games aren't worth your time, because they are. There's great indie games coming out. But, yeah, as far as Nintendo is concerned, unless they have some secret that I haven't said, they're done. So we have a Nintendo of Europe representative that was posting on a developer message board, and he's talking about the NX. He's not giving details about the NX, but he is saying, you know, we're still going to talk about it this year, but this is a post that comes from a while back. Now, this is Europe, so does this mean September 5th? Or does this mean opposite? You know. What's January, February, March, April, May? Does this mean May 9th? I don't know. Either way, this is, what's this guy's? Oh my God, how do you say this? Ulysses Reichert Bot? Sure. He says, unfortunately, you mentioned the one information we have. Nintendo will publicly share more information about the NX within this year. What this will mean for the disclosure of technical information is still to be decided. When we opened this developer portal, our goal was to provide the same amount of technical information to small and big companies, and even individuals for existing platforms, Wii U and 3DS. Whether or not that will be the case for NX, we cannot promise. One thing that I can add is, from what I was told of previous platform launches, the tools and development environment are rarely fully stable until very late. Sharing them with a lot of people too early would have created a lot of support for Nintendo and frustration from developers. So they were shared openly pretty late. So if this launch goes the same as previous ones, I would suggest to be patient. So there's some indie developers that are like, hey, we want to work on NX, but we kind of need to know some details about what the NX can do. And this guy's like, you're going to get that information just later, which is, par for the course for everybody. It seems like unless you're a major third-party developer, you don't have any information on the NX. Unless a major third-party developer is giving information to indie developers that are not supposed to hear. Andre LOL33 says, it's Nintendo. Nintendo is a very stupid company. They don't follow logic and they don't know what they're doing. When they get something right, it's thanks to the developers and creators, but their executives and marketing people, they are all idiots. The Wii and the DS were both flukes. Hell, with the DS, Nintendo even said it would be the successor of the Game Boy, and that they weren't expecting high. Yes, the 3DS. God, what? This is written so weird. All right, I'm reading it just like he wrote it. With the DS, Nintendo even said it would be the successor of the Game Boy, and that weren't expecting high. Yeah, the DS was a success, but not because Nintendo wanted it to be. It just happened because it was a good console with a good idea and good games, thanks to tech people. But the executes at Nintendo and marketing guys, no, they didn't even know that. I wouldn't be surprised if they did like Sega with their Saturn launch. There you go. So if you can decipher that code, you have a very angry person. Yeah, we're all Nintendo fans are pretty much at their limit right now, trying to hold out for NX information because Nintendo is like, I don't know what Nintendo's doing. You tell me. I got no idea. We're just sitting here and waiting. We have a rumor coming from two Nintendo fans that were over on Reddit, and they had posted about their trips to Universal Studios,
Orlando, Florida.
And both of them said that they saw Miyamoto at Universal Studios.
Orlando, Florida.
So these two guys, the details between them are, Miyamoto was there at Universal. He was spotted with a film crew, and he was standing in front of the Universal ball, the big logo that's at the front of the park. No pictures taken by guests were allowed. So if you were guessing, you're trying to get a picture of this, they were saying, nope, can't do it. Not allowed. And the area was blocked off by security as well. So obviously Nintendo's not going to comment on this. But we know that Nintendo's working with Universal on something for their theme park. So we know there's going to be Nintendo-related rides. We don't know how big of a portion of the park it's going to be, if it's just going to be one ride or a whole new section. But stuff is going on, and we've known this for a while. So to imagine that Nintendo is there and Miyamoto's there, it's not too crazy to think of. And they might be doing some sort of promotional video to show off ideas of what they're working on. Or they may have been filming things, for their own use internally to see.
Thank you.
No, thank you. See what space they have and what they can do with it.
Guys.
So maybe we'll see this footage at some point.
Guys. Walk to the beat of your own tuba.
It says Dove chocolate.
A tuba. Yeah, I like how the bag says Hershey's. But...
Oh, I got doing a stupid thing at school where you have to give people things, and I had two people, and I mixed.
This stupid thing at school.
It's called like You've Been Mugged, and you fill a mug
things
with candy and treats and things.
Oh.
Then you stab someone. Sissy Botbox says Universal Studios Theme Park Adventures 2 on NX promo shoot. There you go. That's what he was doing. You don't need to wonder anymore. You heard the information right here.
Is he talking about that GameCube game? Or...
Yes. Everybody's favorite GameCube game. North America. What did we get on Wii U and 3DS when it comes to the eShop? We also got Disney Magical World 2. We got Gurumin 3D, a monstrous adventure, which is one we've been... hello, Danny the Pooh. We've been pumping this one up for a while now. It looks really interesting.
Is it a famous Willie?
Willie the Pooh. Name a famous Willie. Willie the Pooh? It was a Family Feud answer.
Oh, God.
Also, Family Feud answers. Name a time when people go to bed. And this man said, night. And he said, name a time when people get up. And he said, morning.
I mean, he's not
technically correct, but they were looking for something a little more specific than that.
Well, they should have said so.
Gurumin 3D, a monstrous adventure. From the legendary game developers at Nihon Falcom comes Gurumin 3D. Join Perrin and her monstrous pals for a fun, colorful, and fast-paced action RPG featuring real-time combat, dazzling stereoscopic 3D graphics, over 35 hours of playtime, and fully voiced characters by an all-star cast of voice actors. Check out the footage. It looks really cool. I have a review copy that I just got, and I haven't had the chance to play yet. But I will be playing it this weekend, so I will talk to you about it next weekend. Severed is available on 3DS, so we've had it on Wii U for a few weeks now, but now you can get it on the 3DS as well. Remember, if you buy the 3DS version, you get the Wii U version for free, and vice versa. So buy one and get the other for free. So if you only own one of the systems, you can give the other code to a friend that has the other system. Wii U Virtual Console got Animal Crossing Wild World, the DS Classic. That was the Animal Crossing game that really cemented Animal Crossing as a big franchise for Nintendo. It really took off here in the States.
Did you know you can use your Echo to order Domino's Pizza?
What? No.
I think I heard about
I mean, that's a functionality we would use.
Yeah, except,
We'd have butt heads that
Yes.
were like...
Like this guy's brother, like we'd order something and he'd be like, add sardines. And
that. Yeah, he does do that a lot.
Yeah. There's certain people that we're friends with that
You can't trust.
can't trust with the Echo, without a doubt. They always try and tack things on there, or they don't know how to talk to it.
What the fart is Dove even talking about? Go home, Dove. You're drunk.
Dove says, no, Dove's right. This is key to life. Dove says, that's backwards. Says, stay up past your bedtime.
F you, Dove. No one should do that.
Dove-
Sleep is so important.
Especially when you're an old person.
You're going to sleep so much when you're old.
You know what Dove told me? Hit snooze again.
Wow.
I'm way ahead of him.
Also available on Wii U.
How can you march to the beat of your own tuba if you've stayed up past your bedtime and you have to hit snooze?
Mega Jacob says something that we
got the
all
tuba,
already
don't you?
knew. Pizza Hut is greater than Domino's. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Let
listen.
me finish this. Hold on, let me finish this.
I guess
Kirby
it's-
Canvas Curse is available on the Wii U Virtual Console. eShop sales on Never Alone, Gunslugs, Tumblestone, and some other stuff. The 3DS theme shop has been updated with Sonic Series, Cute Style, Sonic Series, Shadow Style, Sonic Series, Silver Style, Sonic Bundle number 3, Gurumin Party Time theme, Gurumin Heroes theme, Gurumin Monster Pals theme, Gurumin Night Parade theme, Gurumin Orange Twist theme, Gurumin Monster Bundle. Also new this week is Block Form on the 3DS, Chase Cold Case Investigations, Distant Memories on the 3DS, Mahjong on the Wii U, and Bit Dungeon Plus on the Wii U. All right. Now I guess I'll read the first comment, then we'll get to the important discussion about Pizza Hut. First comment comes from Carefree Captain, who's in the chat right now. And he says, might pick up Gurumin. I've been eyeing it since its initial release on PSP. Other than that, nothing too exciting. Still waiting for Sonic Advance on Virtual Console. Come on now, Nintendo of America. Japan has had all 3 games for ages. I agree. All right, Mom Brain, go ahead.
What?
You were going to say something about Pizza Hut.
No. Just that I
mean,
love Pizza Hut, and it's not really pizza.
Yeah. Okay. We
So
can
if
agree
you're-
on that much.
Right,
That's the thing she said. It's not really pizza, which I also agree with. But
Well,
what is it?
if
It's a mass of
It's fast
flavorless
food.
dough with a small amount of cheese and tomato sauce on it.
it's fast food. It's like it's fast.
Fast food is not. Yes, that's the genre.
It's
But
fast
if
food.
Pizza Hut's pizza is not pizza, then
mean,
I
it's
need to know what it
pizza,
is.
But like, I wouldn't hold it up to other pizza. I wouldn't hold
In
other
the
pizzas
loosest
up to
sense
it.
of the term, sure, it's pizza.
I mean, so Domino's either. Domino's doesn't count as pizza.
Which is more pizza, Domino's or Pizza Hut?
I'd say Domino's probably makes more of an effort as far as flavor.
Domino's does have a more like. Well, they
'Cause
they do say the sauce is robust.
I mean,
Yeah,
but so could Pizza Hut could say their sauce is robust too. It doesn't make it.
When I eat Pizza Hut,
I get diarrhea.
I get diarrhea. When I eat Pizza Hut, I
So would you say
I
you get
love
more
Pizza Hut.
diarrhea than when you eat Domino's?
but I don't eat it, and I'm like that.
Walk to the beat of your own tuba again.
I'm not like that. I don't think of a sauce when I eat pizza. When I eat
Yeah.
Domino's, like the sauce is
Their
very
sauce has a lot of seasoning.
yes. When I eat
And
Pizza
the crust
Hut,
does too.
I don't know what I think of. Salt.
Yeah. Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
probably the main
cheese and
flavor.
salt.
Our new salt flavored pizza.
The secret ingredient is salt.
You know what I get from Pizza Hut?
Yeah, and somebody else said
The
this.
texture. The
Oh.
texture.
Somebody else said this in chat. Yes, obviously, regular like pizzeria style pizzas are far above any of these other things. But we're just debating the fast food pizza genre. Yeah, but Pizza Hut's breadsticks, man. Oh, that sauce is that the same sauce they use on the pizza?
No, I don't think it is.
It can't be because it
Yeah,
tastes so
because you
different.
can taste it.
Yeah, right.
Mhm.
I don't get it. Their breadsticks are that combination of that sauce and the breadstick is amazing. But yeah, I don't know.
You should just make the pizza out of the breadsticks.
Well, they got that like stick pizza, whatever the hell it's called, like the big rectangular box that doesn't have like a regular pizza in it. It's got like 8 like stick slices. Maybe that's what's going on there. Oh my God, maybe that's it. Maybe that's how we do it. We just get those and you dip those in your sauce and then you're done.
Mom, Rand, did you push this over here? Okay.
So
I
yeah,
guess I'll eat it.
that's our discussion about
Happy
Pizza
now.
Hut because as you have known for a while, if you listen to the podcast, I'm a big fan of Pizza Hut. But yes, I also would not call it pizza.
We should point out he's also a big fan of eating bread, so you can.
I
see-
do love bread. Yes, that's
so,
very
yeah,
true.
It
I
makes
gotta-
sense.
I
a
gotta
good
tell
point.
you though, there's something about the texture of Pizza Hut pizza that you gotta.
Oh, Mom, Rand, you
Ow.
like this one?
Hmm?
Take a cat nap.
There you go. They're not. I guess
should've been
80% of
yours.
them are about sleeping. Anyway, go ahead.
There's something about Pizza Hut texture that I like. I mean, it's not. If I'm in the mood for like pizza, then Pizza Hut isn't the one I'm going for. I'm going for Miller's. But if I'm in the mood for just like a comfortable, like hot, remind me of why I have to diet most days of the week and run, then I want Pizza Hut. Like when I used to drink
Did you call it Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut.
I need Pizza
I need some
Hut.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut.
When I used to drink and I would get like
Pizza
a
Hut.
bad hangover, a Coke and a Pizza Hut was real good for my constitution.
I'll take one Pizza Hut, please.
Yeah. Stuffed crust. I'm
Stewed crust.
stewed crust.
Stewed crust.
I do like a stewed crust.
You're not one.
Yeah, that's the one thing Pizza Hut has going for it, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not a
They were the first to
huge-
stuff cheese into their crust.
I'm not a huge fan of their regular pan pizza, but I do like a stewed crust.
And yes, the stuffed crust pizza is very different from the pan pizza, without a doubt. I'd say stuffed crust pizza has more flavor to it. The pan pizza is literally just bread with massive amounts of
This chat room people, I need
plastic
help.
cheese on it, I guess.
I
What's
need
happening?
help. I need a new coffee maker. I need a coffee maker. My Keurig, I'm done with Keurig. I'm just done. It's bad for the environment. Everyone I get ends up breaking in some way, shape, or form far before it should. So
SC Sekiro suggests a combination of cocaine and pizza, by the way.
for what? Like life?
Yeah. See,
Okay.
Colma's with me. Colma says he wants to try the grilled cheese stuffed crust
Oh,
pizza.
that looks so awful.
I need to try. I missed out on the hot dog one. I need to try the grilled cheese.
Like all the grossest foods together at last. Like find a way to like stick some like mac and cheese in there or something.
I love how Pizza Hut's like solutions to getting something new on your menu 90% of the time is just them adding more cheese to it. And so, like somebody's like, what about a different type of
People
cheese?
fucking love cheese.
I know, but like a pan pizza from Pizza Hut is already loaded with cheese, and they're like, more. We need more.
Hey, this is America.
America.
We can never get enough.
Grandma. No, it's okay, Mega Jacob. I wanted to talk about Pizza Hut before the podcast started. We were discussing it, right? Back me up.
We were.
All right. So Super Mario Run is coming out on mobile devices this December. And Tim Cook, who is head honcho over at Apple, has let everyone know how many people have signed up for notifications for the game. So if you go to the splash page for Super Mario Run on the App Store, you get a little button that says notify. He has detailed how many people have hit that notify button. Mom Brain, how many people?
I've hit the notify?
For Super Mario Run. They were like, bam, let me know when this game's
how
out.
many people have smashed that MF and notify?
2 million.
2 million. Kirby?
2.5 million?
2.5 million. According to Tim Cook, 20 million people have hit the notify button. So it looks like Nintendo's going to have a pretty good launch when that game comes out. Lots of people are excited. And I made the point on the website. Think about how many people are getting that game and didn't hit the notify button. I'm a huge Nintendo fan. I didn't hit the notify button. I'm just going to get it when it comes out. So I imagine the hardcore Nintendo fans didn't hit the notify button. They just know when a game's coming out and they're going to get it. But looks like it's going to be a very good launch for them. Jason Thompson has the first comment, and he says, I'm wait and see on this one, partially because I'm an Android user, but mostly because it's a phone game. That being said, if anyone can make a great phone game, it would be Nintendo. At least that is my hope. Yeah, I'm sure it will be enjoyable. It's not going to be a grand adventure in scope or anything like that, but I'm sure it will be fun for what it is. Okay. So investment banking firm Macquarie Group, they have put out some information where they lowered their rating for Nintendo, and they said they think that's because the NX is when the NX is announced and revealed, they say the NX is going to have a price point that is going to keep it from hitting the mainstream market, because they think it's going to be somewhere around $300 to $350, and that's just speculation right now. But in their whole report, they say that we are going to get NX information this week. The NX is going to be revealed this coming week. Specifically, October 21st was mentioned. But in their report, they weren't like, we believe information is coming out this week. They said, you're hearing about NX this week. And again, like I said, October 21st is the day I keep hearing pop up. I will tell you this 100% honestly. I do not know anything about the NX as far as reveal date goes.
He's lying.
I don't. I promise you.
It's a conspiracy.
I don't know. I don't know the day when they're going to reveal it. I absolutely promise that. Somebody's going to be like, watch how many times he blinks. He's sending out a secret message. I really don't. I'm hoping this week. And the one thing that Nintendo fans keep holding on to is the next investor briefing is on the 26th. So fans are like, Nintendo has to reveal the NX before that, right? Because they got to have something to take to the investors to talk to them about. They're not going to go to another investor briefing and be like, hey, NX, we're still talking about it this year, because it's been a really quiet last few months for Nintendo because the Wii U is on its way out and NX is coming in March, last we heard. So you would think they'd want to go to the investor briefing and at least have some of that to talk about. But it is Nintendo. That's how you have to wrap up all these discussions by saying, But it is Nintendo, which means they can, just because it makes total sense to do something to most people doesn't mean they're going to do it. But that's our, hello, Chad. That's our latest, Chad Sexington. I'm sorry, I should say your full name. So yeah, that's your new date to look forward to. Less specifically this week, more specifically October 21st. I hope so, man. I really hope so. I'm going to be somewhere Tuesday, so guaranteed it's going to be announced Tuesday. But don't worry, Schiller's going to be on the site covering it. And I told him, hey, this rumor's going around. You be ready. And he said, I'm ready. Top-rated comment comes from Vonter. And he says, the ride never ends. But he says it with a funny picture, which is why it's the top-rated comment. This is Nintendo fans right now. There you go. The ride never ends. That's us as Nintendo fans.
Is that from regular show?
I don't know. I haven't watched regular show in a while, and I feel bad about it. You know why?
And it's almost over.
So I used to be right up to date on it because I used to watch with Lube. He would come over every couple of weeks and we'd get caught up on the new episodes. But now that Lube is a fake daddy, he doesn't have time for me anymore, so we don't watch.
Maybe.
Yes?
He has a girlfriend who has children.
Yes?
He's not like... I just don't want people to get the wrong idea.
Wait, hold on.
Don't touch my neck!
Wait. Hold on. I'm not going to touch your neck. I'm not going to touch your neck, I promise. Fake daddy. There, now you said it. Why do you think I'm going to touch your neck?
Because you like to touch my neck.
On my neck. Where were we where I was watching that person walking with their significant other?
Walmart.
And yeah, somebody was walking into Walmart, and it was their girlfriend or their wife. Hello, Red Dragon, whatever it was. I don't know. But they were walking with them. But instead of like arm around like hip or holding hands or like arm in arm, he had his hand like on her neck like this. So he was standing over here and had his arm wrapped around like this, and they were walking like that. And I was like, that's really weird. Like, they look like they were having fun, but I was like, is she being kidnapped right now? And then I did it to my brain. She got very upset because she doesn't like her neck touched.
I mean, I can't be the only one.
My God, SD Sekiro's right.
What?
He says you're a Titan from Attack on Titan. Your neck is vulnerable. That's
not a
it.
Titan.
That's
I'm not
it.
a Titan.
No, she's way too small.
That's true.
Listen, I'm not small.
And she has all her skin.
Second of all, I have a problematic neck, and I think it's just like it is my weak spot. It's sensitive. And third of all, do you remember what happened to my neck over in the spring and I stopped being able to swallow?
Yes, I remember that. But I've known you for almost 20 years, and you have always been like that with your neck.
I know, because it's where I like carry all my
you're a Titan.
stress, and I can't have it touched. Okay.
We had a new interview with Miyamoto. He did this interview with Nintendo, that company he works for. They put it out on their official website, where he talked a lot about Donkey Kong, the creation of Donkey Kong, because that is one of the games included in the NES Classic Edition, and he let out a whole bunch of new details that we've never heard before. Yeah. He says Donkey Kong was supposed to have human voice samples. And he also says that Nintendo, he had nothing to do with the port of Donkey Kong to the Famicom. That was handled by a completely different team. And he wanted to have 7 games out at the Famicom launch in Japan, but there were only 3. And he was really hoping to get baseball, golf, and tennis out. Miyamoto actually worked on those games as a character designer and the game designer, which a lot of people didn't know. Oh, no, what have I done? Miyamoto also hand-picked which colors the Famicom/NES could display because it's got a limited color palette. He says creating Donkey Kong took him 4 to 5 months, so the whole game, not the character. And work on the arcade game kept him so busy that before he really got into it, he called friends. And he was like, hey, I got to go away for a while. I'm working on this game. It's going to keep me really busy. You're not going to see me for a long time. Yeah. So there's the whole thing where Miyamoto looked up. We've all heard this story. Miyamoto was looking up a word for stupid in English, and he found donkey meant stupid. And Nintendo of America was like, we know your dictionary says that, but it doesn't mean that. And he's like, well, you know what?
Where do you get this dictionary from?
Yeah, right. He was like, you know what? I really like the sound and the name Donkey Kong, so I'm going to stick with it. So that's what he's like. I listened to Nintendo of America on other things, but I didn't listen to him on this suggestion not to go with Donkey Kong. Stubborn as a donkey. Not stupid as a donkey.
I thought that's why he used it.
I mean, but we
That's
call
why-
people
That's what I used to think.
who are stupid like an ass.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, I could see like you donkey.
Kong.
Think about like
Or Jackass Kong.
think about Gordon
Jackass
Ramsay.
Kong.
You stupid donkey.
I think about him a lot.
But, so I mean, I could see how.
See, I was watching a video with him today, and he calls somebody a plonker. I've never heard that word
Like a
before.
wanker?
It just means like a dumb
It's
person.
probably a British.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't say a donkey if you're stubborn. You'd say
Plonker.
mule.
Well,
Just saying.
one and the same.
A mule.
A burro. So Miyamoto says he always thought of Mario as being about 24 to 26 years old, and he really thought the story in Donkey Kong would help bring that out, because he was like, Mario's got like a girlfriend, and the girlfriend's kidnapped, so you're like, oh, Mario's like a bachelor, like he's got like a girl, he gets like
exactly.
girls
They haven't
young.
tied the knot yet.
Yeah. But he says that he guess people think that Mario's 40 or something, so he's like, whatever.
Well, I mean,
I don't think it matters.
Donkey Kong, that was like a long time ago. That's back when he was still going by Jumpman.
That's right. And Pauline wasn't even called Pauline at first. She was called Lady. Just Lady. Jumpman and Lady. So speaking of Pauline, originally she was going to yell things out to Mario. So in the game, you can see her saying, help, help, but you don't hear it.
Now save me!
She was going to yell actual voice, help. And she was also going to yell nice when Mario jumped over a barrel. But apparently...
Noise.
Bullseye. Noise. Apparently, they tested that here, and English players were like, why is the princess yelling kelp when she is in trouble?
Wait, they thought she was saying kelp?
Yeah, apparently whoever they got to do it, or however the sounds came out, made it sound like she was saying kelp.
Kelp.
So they were like, oh, crap, it's too late in development to fix that. So they just took the voices out altogether. So instead of recording new voices, they added in the sound effect for Mario's jump, the classic sound effect in Donkey Kong, the that sound. But we also learned from Miyamoto that we learned the onomatopoeia for Mario's jumping sound in Donkey Kong. So Miyamoto says it as Piro po pon pon. Piro po pon pon, yes. Piro po pon pon. So that's how that's how Mario's jump sounds to Miyamoto.
Oh.
Miyamoto says also back when he was working on Donkey Kong, he took game development much more seriously as it applied to the real world. So he was like, well, in Donkey Kong, in real life, if you're going to fall a certain distance, you would die if you fell too far. So he's like, so when Mario falls, he's going to die. So that's why when Mario falls too far in Donkey Kong, he dies. And then he was like, later on, he was like, that's not really fun. I should do things that are fun for games instead of things that are realistic, which is why he removed it when he was making Super Mario Brothers, which would obviously have made the game a lot different if Mario died from falling too far in the original Super Mario Brothers. First comment comes from G-Man Sir, and he says, oh yeah, that was a point I didn't say. Miyamoto said how did I miss all that? Okay, so when Miyamoto was working on Donkey Kong, he lived in Nintendo-owned housing. So it was a housing unit or a couple housing units that Nintendo owned that employees could use. And he said this goes back to like when they were making Hanafuda cards. And one of the buildings had a bathtub in it because apparently people would get so dirty and grimy when making the Hanafuda cards with all the steam and the printing and the painting and all that stuff that they actually had a bathtub there. So employees could wash up before they went home. And this is where Miyamoto was staying when working on Donkey Kong. And he said late at night, nobody was ever there. So he used to take baths all the time. And he said, when I was taking these baths, this was the time where I really got my best ideas for Donkey Kong and really got to gather my thoughts for how to make the game. So he said that was actually really important to him. And G-Man Star says, I also think of giant manly gorillas in the bathtub. Totally normal. Well, it worked for Miyamoto. All right, that's your top stories. Like I said, not a lot this week. Long Brain.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'll do you later. Kirby,
Okay.
what have you been playing?
Not much.
Can I tell you something? I don't want to freak you out. I turned the camera towards you and I saw you here. And I was like, man, he is looking handsome today, right?
Oh, stop.
It's true.
10 out of 10.
10
Anyway,
out of 10.
what have you been playing?
That's why I gave you chocolate. There's
Now everyone in the
sedatives.
chat's going to like comment on how ugly I am.
Oh, no. We put some rupees in that chocolate. We're going to take you upstairs later and
Whoa.
You're taking it too far.
tell you how handsome you are.
I'm very uncomfortable.
Come
now.
upstairs to hear about more handsomeness.
I actually played a bit of The Witcher 3.
Oh. Do you remember where you were?
Well, I actually started over again
Oh, okay.
because things were so much simpler when you first start the game.
Yeah, right.
Maybe that was why.
You just get that little quote-unquote tutorial section, which really isn't little at all, but
compared to
much
the rest
more
of the game,
manageable.
yeah, the map is a lot smaller.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I think that was about it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm done.
Mom Brain? Yeah. Mom Brain?
Yeah.
Yeah, now.
Played a little PlayStation VR this week.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
I hope that if Nintendo ever takes this route, I can say the same sorts of things about their system. I freaking loved it. And anybody who listens to the podcast or knows me knows that even swinging on swings makes me motion sick. Sometimes even
Real life swings.
Yeah. Sometimes even thinking about getting on a boat or an airplane can make me motion sick.
Thinking about getting on a boat makes me motion sick.
Like, really, I'm so sensitive
Thinking
to
about
that
outer
stuff.
space.
I know partially it's mental, but, whatever. So I was really prepared for this to not go well. But I have to tell you that I played, how long do you think I played for? An hour?
Yeah, if not a little more.
Yeah. With
Hello, Bagel Wiggle.
not one thought of motion sickness. Not once did I feel at all
Not a trace of
funny or woozy or anything. It was totally a smooth experience. I played, what's the name of it? Tumble?
Tumble VR.
Yeah. Tumble VR. We're Tumble VR. Tumble V, Tumble V, Tumble V, Tumble V, Tum. And
VR.
I wasn't totally weirded out by the reality of it, but it was so real that you're using the controller to stack blocks on a platform that's in front of you. So you're sitting and the platform is right in front of where your knees are essentially, but you can't see your knees obviously. And I was afraid to move my knees because I was afraid I was going to hit the table and shake it. I really was totally immersed in the experience. And the feeling that the room gave me, the atmosphere of everything, I found to be really engaging and contributed a lot to my experience. I felt like I was in a big, almost like a theater room. And the detail of what was down below me and what was to the side, everything about it was really immersive. It was super easy to use. I can't say enough good, I want to play again. I can't say enough good things.
One of the first things she said when playing was, I really wish Nintendo would do this.
Yeah,
you said they do some amazing things with it.
They would do it. They would do what I wanted. They would take, it would all hit the spot for me. Not that the VR didn't, but I just know that Nintendo would go that extra mile to prove to you that they're worthy of it and to show you, surprise you with things, or I don't know. They'll, when they decide to do it, if they decide to do it, they're going to do it.
You wouldn't want Nintendo to do VR because you see how impressive VR is, but now
right.
You want to see Nintendo do it because you know what you get from Nintendo.
Right.
Like, like it's like you said, yeah, the surprises or just that Nintendo feeling.
I think that I think it's not so much about the virtual reality. Like with PlayStation VR, it's about like, look, this is virtual reality and look how virtual reality works. And I think if Nintendo did it, it would be, look at what we can do now that we have this. Like, look what it opens up for Nintendo. Not like, how can Nintendo showcase virtual reality? It's how virtual reality can showcase Nintendo. So I hope that they do it. I really do. And I look forward to spending some more time playing. I could not have been more comfortable with the experience, except for the one time when I bent down to see if I could find a block, and I bumped the virtual reality like front of the helmet, the goggles, like on the couch, and it like mushed into my face. But I wore the headphones with it, and that helped make the experience.
Oh, you gotta wear the headphones.
It was really, really great. I really enjoyed it a great deal, and that's what I played.
That's what I should do today. I should go out and buy headphones that you put over your ear, so I'm not like, hey, try out VR. Put these earbuds in that 8 other people have used.
Well, you just tell people to bring their own headphones.
Or I could just buy headphones.
You could just buy headphones.
Is that all you played?
Yeah, we have those Bose headphones somewhere, don't we? Did they make the move?
Oh, they're blown. Remember I told you that?
Blew my Bose headphones.
No, I told you that the first time I played them or used them, because you don't pay attention to that stuff.
Okay.
Just like the speakers in the car. I'm like, oh, that back speaker. You're like, what do you mean? That's why we keep the volume at 15. So this week I played some more Paper Mario Color Splash. Been doing some loose ends in there and really enjoying it. And I also played Thumper on PS4 before PSVR came out, because you could get it a few days before. So I was playing that. What an insane rhythm game! It's nuts. Every once in a while, there's a rhythm game that comes out that really feels like it does something new with the genre, really does something amazing. And I think Thumper is that game. It is, the sense of speed in that game is insane. And the way that it uses music to tie in with the gameplay is very seamless and enables you to react. I feel like it enables you to react quicker than you could without it, because it's kind of like Parappa, or it's kind of like Simon Says. It's like a repeat after me. So you hear certain sound effects, and like one sound effect means there's a panel on the ground and you got to hit a button for it. One sound effect means there's a wall coming that you have to turn sharply for. So you'll hear like boom, chick, chick, boom, and that means like floor panel, turn, floor panel. So you hear it first, and then you do it. So it's just like Parappa in that sense, except you're a robotic beetle flying at 1,000,000 miles an hour down a futuristic outer space highway. I don't know what else to say, but it is amazing. Oh my God. When I'm playing it, I can't believe that I'm playing it. I'm like, I can't put, like, if somebody just walked up to the TV and saw it, they'd be like, what the hell is going on? How are you even doing anything? And when I'm playing, I feel like that way. So yeah, I really like that a lot. I really enjoy it. I'm always into rhythm games, and I'm excited when a new one comes out. So it's nice to see this one, because it just does things so differently. I really appreciate it. And I hope it does well for that company, because I'd love to see them do more with rhythm stuff. So I played that, and then I played more God of Protectors as well. And I got to try out the local multiplayer in God of Protectors, because that is 4-player local multiplayer, but you only need 1 copy of the game. So the other people don't get the full game, but they get to go into any level that you have. So it's not levels aren't blocked. It's just character classes and stuff like that are blocked. But we went in and played, and I swear to God, it's the first local multiplayer game on 3DS or DS, for that matter, that I played where there weren't any disconnect errors. We didn't have one, and we played for like an hour. I always seem to have disconnect errors. I guess we had good luck with LOL. We never really got disconnected with LOL.
That's true, yeah.
But yeah, God of Protectors is a ton of fun. I really like it. And having a local multiplayer is great too. obviously, I think they kind of built it like this on purpose. They let you do free local multiplayer or download play local multiplayer because they want to get you and your friends into the game, and they want you to see how the game is and enjoy it. And then they want, like at least one other friend to be like, man, I really like this, but I want to play this character class or I want this ability. I should just pony up the money and get the full game. So we played that, and I had a blast. Man, I really liked that game, and I'm glad I listened to other people that were saying good things about it, because any mention of tower defense just turns me off personally. I would never review a game poorly because it had tower defense, but just for my personal preference, I would not pick up a tower defense game, and I'm glad I did with this one. I ignored my dislike of tower defense, and I jumped into the game and really enjoy it. So we've been playing that, and then PSVR came out, so I've been playing that. I'm a VR virgin. I haven't done anything virtual reality at all. I haven't done the Oculus Rift.
VR-virgin?
Virgin. I haven't done Oculus Rift. I haven't done the Vive. I haven't done, or Vive, however you say it. I haven't done like Samsung Gear. None of it. I haven't done any of it. So this was my first experience with VR, unless you're going to count the Virtual Boy. I am absolutely blown away. It's crazy. I don't like. I really feel like this is the beginning of a really new world for video games. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's an absolutely insane feeling. And just like Mom Brain was saying, we were playing Tumble, which is literally you sitting at a table stacking blocks. And it is amazing. You put the headset on and you're playing, and you're like, oh my God, like you feel like you're in a real space. Like I sat there and I'm like looking at the ceiling, and I'm like here, like this is a room I'm actually in. And you look down at your feet, which aren't there, but you look down and it's like a pit, and then you have this floating table that comes up where the blocks, it's amazing. Isn't it mind-blowing?
It is cool.
It really is insanely mind-blowing. And I'm like, this is like, I played the last Tumble game, which was a lot of fun on its own. And it's, if you like Boom Blocks or stuff like that, or Art of Balance, then you'll like this game. But playing it in VR is insanity. I played it a few times now. I was playing by myself, and I was in there, and there's one of the levels where you have a table and you have like a certain amount of blocks, and there's a bar that keeps passing over the table back and forth, and you have to fit all your blocks underneath the bar. And if you fit like 6 of them, you get a bronze, 8 of them, you get whatever. So I'm determined to get gold on every level. So I was trying, so I was in there a lot doing that. And like, it just hit me as I was doing it. Because like you're picking up blocks and the bar's like hitting them as you're moving them. So like you have to like move your hand over sometimes to plop a block down. And it's a real 3D space. It's amazing. I can't say enough good things about it. It's been so insanely fun. Did you play Super Hypercube?
No.
So the Super Hypercube is like those Japanese game shows where they had one here in the States too, where there's a hole on a wall and it's a specific shape, and you have a block and you have to fit the block through the hole, but the wall is flying towards you, and so you rotate the block, up, down, left, right, whatever. But if you're looking straight on, you don't see the hole. You have to like go like this to look around and see the hole and look at your block over here and turn your head. So you're like moving around. Oh, and something else that's really cool is a lot of the games show you the controller in 3D space. So like you're moving it 1-to-1 and it's flying. It sounds like a stupid thing, but it's really cool. And one of the most amazing things I had happen was I had a phone call. So I put the controller down and I picked the headset up and I'm talking on the phone. I put it down and I was like, oh crap, I didn't pick up the controller. And I was like, oh, I'll just find it in the game. So I looked down over here, and in real life, or in the game, I saw where it was in real life. And since it's real depth, I just put my hand exactly where it was, and I closed my hand and I grabbed the controller, and I was like, this is Because I was like, oh, I got to take the helmet off again. No, or the visor. And I was like, no, wait, I don't. It's just little things like that. It's crazy. The only... Oh, and Rez, which is one of my favorite games of all time. Rez in PlayStation VR is how that game was meant to be. I can't believe that game's like 12 years old, I think.
Oh, wow.
Still looks fantastic, but it's mind-blowing in VR because you have the 3D sound and then the visor, which puts you in it. So like half the time when I'm playing, I'm just like looking around, like having my mind blown by seeing like that space in, you know, simulated real life. And it's insanity. And I had my parents play that and they were blown away too. Rez, I think, was their favorite game out of all of them.
Oh, wow.
Because you have, so in Rez, old school Rez, when you played it originally, you would use one joystick to line up your target and shoot everybody. You can still do that here, or you can do like full VR mode, which you just look at who you want to shoot, and then you hit the X button or you hold it down to lock on. So you don't have to, it's good for people that don't play a lot of games because you don't have to move a target around. You can literally look at what you want to shoot. So I'm using that mode, but I'm combining it with joystick for like little minute movements, and together it works really well. But to be in the space, I can't say enough amazing things about that. Like, especially for people that haven't played anything in VR, when you put on the visor, you are in that space. There's, you know, like 6 years from now, I don't know if I'm going to be still as wowed as I am by like being in there, looking around. But, and the other thing to point out is like the sense of like scope and size and scale and all that is much more impactful in VR rather than looking at a 2D TV screen. The only negative thing I can say, yeah, I know, Colma, I kind of want to do a PSVR with my parents, make a video of it. The only negative thing I can say about PSVR right now is that it's a little bit lower resolution than I expected it to be. I knew it was going to be lower resolution. It's just a little more lower resolution than I expected. But it's a very, very minor complaint. It's not something where I'm playing a game and I'm like, oh, the resolution isn't very good. It's just something I noticed. Or when you're in the game, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. Maybe it'll matter to other people. Because I know, like, maybe if you played, like, Oculus Rift and you go to this, it'll be more bothersome for you because that has a higher resolution. But, yeah, never experienced any sickness or anything like that.
But you don't.
It is... well, all the games we've played have had no disconnect between moving your head and the motion on the screen. It all moves perfectly because that's where your disconnect comes in. Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, Guy Bonds. I haven't played that Senpai Simulator game. So, yeah, there's other stuff on there I want to try out. There's still things on the demo disc I haven't tried yet. But yeah, I can't say enough good things about it. And I feel the way that Mom Brain feels. I would love to see Nintendo do VR because they, I'm sure, would do some absolutely amazing things
how
with
comfortable it is to wear?
Oh, yeah, it's comfortable.
I mean, we both wore our glasses with it, and there was no problem.
Yeah, it says when you're setting it up, it's like, do you wear glasses? Leave them on. You don't have to take them. It's very comfortable. When you're wearing it, I'm never like, oh, I need to take this thing off. Because the visor has a button in the back. You pull the front, and you hold the button, and it extends the front in and out. Then you have the actual like eye thing where you hold a button, and you pull that in and out. So you get that where it looks best for you. And when that's like that, then there's a dial in the back that you can click, and it like tightens it. So it's like, so you can make it as tight or as loose as you want, wherever it feels like it's going to stay, but you're comfortable. But yeah, it's very comfortable. I haven't had any issues with that.
You know what? It doesn't feel like it's the first generation of virtual reality. Like, you know, a lot of times things like that are that when they're new, they're like clunky, or there's like, why did they do that? Or
well, I guess
it feels unfinished.
It doesn't feel unfinished or anything like that. I guess if I was going to say one thing about it, it would be
your first initial.
It's a little. It's pretty much all plastic, so it might feel. I don't want to say it feels cheap.
It's light. It's definitely.
But it feels light. Yeah, you notice it. What was my first thing?
The frame rate.
No issue with frame rate. No, I didn't have any issue with frame rate.
You mentioned the resolution.
Yeah,
was
resolution.
lower.
Oh, that's what it was.
All right, let's get to Twitter question.
Oh, there was one more thing I played.
Yes.
I just played the demo for Doom.
Oh, the new Doom.
Yeah, the new Doom.
Oh, you have a PS4. Do you want to borrow Doom?
Sure.
You're more than welcome to.
Did you beat it already?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I did, finally. Yeah, you can borrow it. I forgot. You should take it.
Yeah, the demo was fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's what Doom should be. It's the stupidness of old Dooms married with the like production values of today. Where like Doom 3 was like, we're gonna give you lots of story and atmosphere and like this is like it's got a story, but you're never like bogged down by it. You're just like, yeah, whatever, okay, and then you go shoot things, which is what it should be. All right, let's do the Twitter question. This Twitter question was.
Let's find out.
If you want to go see, I'm guessing I know who that is, but if you want to go see who that is.
I got talents to fold, man.
All right, Twitter question. In your humble opinion, what one video game has the best soundtrack? And I said one game choice.
Pizza.
One cheese pizza. One game choice only. You don't get to pick franchises. You have to pick one singular game. So let's see what you guys said. Master Otenko says, in terms of most catchy and can't get it out of my mind, SA2B has the best OSTs.
Oh, God, they're all going to be like this.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Maybe.
I don't know what the B is, though.
Beginnings.
If somebody knows what that is, let me know. SA2B. Sonic Adventure 2 is what I would think right away, but I have no idea what the B is. Terminator for Sega CD, Coma. That's a great choice. That's a great choice. Radical Defect says Chrono Cross. The game itself is divisive among fans, but no one can argue that its soundtrack is. Wait for it. Timeless.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Dexter S12 says Final Fantasy 11. Retro GM Pod says Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight. Now, there are so many songs in Shovel Knight that I love, but there are a couple in there that I want to be better. So it's not one of my favorites, but I still listen to the soundtrack pretty often. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, says Mega Jacob F. All right. So there you go. Sonic Adventure 2. Seafoam Gaming says Ease 4, Dawn of Ease. Mega Jacob F says Super Mario Galaxy. Excellent choice. Oh, yeah. Never forgive... Stephen Totilo. I'll never forgive Stephen Totilo for his comments on that game. Or comments on the soundtrack. He was like, it's epic, but sometimes it feels silly to have such epic music for Mario. And I was like, you shut up. You don't get what this is about.
You can go sit on a rock.
And this Armored Frog says, I'd have to say Donkey Kong Country 2. It fits the game so well, and the compositions are some of the best I've ever heard. Paranerd says Super Smash Bros. Wii U, Loophole. Is that the name of a song? Water Wraith says Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze. Excellent soundtrack. Jen the Tracy says Secret of Mana, another excellent soundtrack. Blue Tie Casual says Bastion. Yeah, Bastion's really good. Very atmospheric soundtrack.
I need to play more Bastion.
Mario's Block says Xenoblade Chronicles X. Patrician Pal says Dewey's Adventure. I should know. I uploaded the whole soundtrack. Yeah, Dewey's Adventure has a really good soundtrack. That's true. Poke Reef says Poke Park 2. I don't know that I've ever heard it. Green Aura Lizard says Nier. Yeah, I've heard excellent things about Nier's soundtrack and the game as well. I actually own the game, but I've never played it.
Oh, yeah,
N-I-E-R.
Yeah, N-I-E-R. Yeah, I always hear about how ugly that game is, but how great the music is.
Yes, yeah. I hear the game's a lot of fun, too. Dan Bunny says A Link Between Worlds. The best of A Link to the Past soundtrack, plus snippets from several other Zeldas. Yeah, now see, that's a good way to handle it. 753 says Final Fantasy VI. Louis Delgadillo says Donkey Kong Country 2. Says Satai says I'd have to say Chrono Trigger or Secret of Mana.
Yeah.
The Bacon Bit says not Nintendo, but Journey is the best soundtrack I've ever heard. Journey is an excellent soundtrack. Goes so well with that game. Ether Bryan says Mario Strikers Charged, but I don't get out much. Mario Strikers Charged has got some good music. I'm with you on that. Fabricio says, that's his full name. Fabricio says Mario Galaxy. 1,000 Year Game says, I want to pick a Zelda, but I can't ignore the sheer greatness of Super Mario 3D World's entire soundtrack. Yeah, great soundtrack in that one, too. TNWNC says, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, out of all Sonic soundtracks, is the one I go back to listen to the most, so I agree there. Botmaster 9000 says, I would have to say Smash Brothers on Wii U. EWD444 says, Earthbound. Kev Bell 007 says, Mario Kart 8. Zach Edits Stuff says, Chrono Trigger. Fun Sean Fun says, Bubble Bath Babes. I don't think you mean that. Rio Bake... Let's try this again. Rio Bakemono says Chrono Trigger. Danny the Pooh says Xenoblade Chronicles without a doubt. D Fizzlio says either Persona 4 or Final Fantasy X. I cannot choose. Scribbles says Legend of Legacy is high up there for me. What I heard of Legend of Legacy, I really like. Oh, hi. See, I was right. Pitbull Water says Donkey Kong Country 2. I've had the soundtrack CD for years, and it never gets old. Such amazing tracks and variety of music. Plush Rooster says, hands down. Oh, here you go. Hands down, Super Castlevania 4. Not a single bad track in the entire game. It's a masterpiece as far as I'm concerned. I agree. Not one bad song in that whole game. Punchberry says, I want to see someone try to dance to Space Channel 5. Try not to dance to Space Channel 5. I still remember that from playing it so much. Bum, 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 bum. I bet your mom Brain remembers it if she was paying attention.
What?
David B. Page says, Secret of Mana is my favorite, but Chrono Trigger and Castlevania are up there. Froteat says, Mega Man 4. Mega Man 4 was the first Mega Man where I was a little disappointed with the soundtrack. I still like it, but Carefree Captain says, that's a tough one, but I'll have to go between Mario Galaxy and Undertale. I love those. I love the soundtracks of both. Yeah, excellent soundtracks. Perseus Rage says, one I thought we would have heard sooner, Kid Icarus Uprising. Really good music in that game.
Yeah, that's true.
Jumpman 128 says, Metroid Prime. It could be epic or beautiful, depending on the track. Yeah, that, what is it, Fendrana Drifts in Metroid Prime. I love that song. Video Game Guru 64 says, in my opinion, Undertale, or it has to be if it has to be a Nintendo game, Mother 3. Van Droik says Nier. Manuel 64 Ayala says Xenoblade Chronicles. Biscuit Space says Super Mario 3D World. Andre Slop 24 says Smash 4 and Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed had some good songs in it. Not a whole soundtrack in my opinion. PokeGo Toronto says The 1,000 Year Door or Super Paper Mario. Hard decision for me. Martin Stuff says, geez. Gonna say Pokemon Gold and Silver. It fills me with nostalgia to this day. Mapoo says Tropical Freeze. David Wise is a musical genius and his compositions really add a lot to the atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pick a David Wise soundtrack. That's not fantastic. Halk1212 says Twilight Princess. See, Twilight Princess, I think, has one of the weaker Zelda soundtracks. Yeah. There's Midna's Lament, which I really like. There's a couple songs in there.
I always think of the song from, was it Kakariko Village?
Yes. There's the song in...
That's the only one that stands out now.
I love the song in the woods when the monkey's walking you through there with the lantern thing to make the smoke go away. I like that song. But overall, like I remember the song with the uku, or no, what are the weird looking things? You know what I'm talking about. Is that what they're called?
They're not the ukus?
Is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ukus. The weird looking things. I remember the Sky Temple song, and it's just really weird.
Oh, yeah, the Metal Heart song.
Oh, all right, I take it back. Best soundtrack ever.
We don't remember that.
Angry Esper says Super Mario Galaxy, and so far what I've heard, The Last Guardian might be up there as well. Oh, boy. Sakumo Maka Stuff says, hard choice, either Earthbound or Final Fantasy VI. Balky Ketwurst says, The Wonderful 101. That's got a soundtrack that really gets you pumped for the type of game it is, so I see what you mean. Andrew L. was here says, the original Animal Crossing. Now, see, that's a great soundtrack.
Yes.
Different songs for every hour. Hero Shade says Chrono Cross. Dark WDX says Super Mario Galaxy. Mr. Travis says Journey. Pep Fireman says Bravely Default. Foil Doctrine says Final Fantasy X. Stephen Ray Rankin says it's impossible to choose between Final Fantasy 7 and 10, with 8 being a close second. Samus 2008 says Shovel Knight. Matt M says Link to the Past. Kool-Aid Cannon says Xenoblade Chronicles. No competition. Fire Emblem 237 says Sonic Unleashed. Steve Snowman says Wind Waker. Took us a long time to get to that one. No More Spiros says Ephemerid, a musical adventure. Aris Sun Rake says F-Zero from Super Nintendo. Eat Sleep Game 8 says Super Mario Galaxy, hands down. Pal Scarabaccio says Nintendo game. Yeah, Nintendo game Mario Kart 8. Non-Nintendo game Metal Gear Rising. Master Thief 1986 says Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriot. You can listen to all the franchise songs you want on the iPod and more. Gonchi says one of my favorites, Star Fox on Super Nintendo. Snivy Gohan says Yokai Watch 2 has great battle music. Sky Sam Freeman says I'm biased towards Grim Fandango. Yeah, that's a good soundtrack too. Master XXS64 says Mega Man 2 has a fantastic soundtrack. Yeah, I mean, when I think Mega Man, that's always the one that comes up, but there's so many of them that have good music. Veil Murder says Bravely Default. Kahesh91 says Paper Mario 64 is always the best soundtrack for me. Jason F says Xenoblade Chronicles. Panurge Jr. says Xenoblade Chronicles. The Prince of Iris says Yoshi's New Island. Pika Moon says I have to go with Banjo-Kazooie since it's the soundtrack that comes to mind the most. Clefairy Rock says Xenoblade Chronicles. Robo Batty says Super Mario RPG. It's a soundtrack I find to be
just for me.
unbeatable. Revengeance says Banjo-Kazooie. Growth 406 says have always been impressed by Persona 4's soundtrack. So good it even got a rhythm game spinoff. MJ Hopkins 81 says Chrono Trigger. Shoto F Jaguar says Animal Crossing New Leaf. Hey Mario says definitely Sonic Heroes. Awesome music. Josh Superlink says Sonic after the sequel. Bremis says Tales of Zestiria. Uabra says The World Ends With You. Great Keith says Earthbound for me. Fantastic soundtrack. Per Hicks Small says Snelliad and Pets Cats have the best soundtracks. And then they correct it by saying Pets Cats too. Enderbolt says Undertale, no doubt. The Mornal says Smash. Probably, oh boy. Yep. Whatever that says. Salvatore, what? Salvatore says Mario Galaxy 2. Shapat says Splatoon. Jordan Lex says Chrono Trigger, hands down. Zelda Galaxy says, of what I played, Super Mario Galaxy. Kaz3319 says Donkey Kong Country 2, simply amazing. And finally, Tyrant Lizard says, Metroid Prime captures the perfect blend between catchiness and atmosphere and really enhances the experience. I don't think there's a bad choice in that whole lot. Mom Brain, let's hear some music instead of talking about it.
All right, you got music. I got music.
You're not ready?
I'm not ready. I never know how long that old tweet thing is.
Well, I mean, after tweets is music.
After tweets is music.
Remember, guys, after tweets is music.
Okay, here we are. The first little ditty about Jack and Diane comes to us from our friend, lovely person.
Your friend and mine.
Everybody's buddy.
The wonderful
Andy the Zombie. And here it is.
The speaker on.
Get ready. Here it comes. Oh, it must be dead. Get over it.
Here's this one.
God, that's so close.
Close.
All right, Game Boy Color?
It is Game Boy Color.
Is it licensed?
Yeah. I mean, it's first party.
Game & Watch Gallery.
No.
Super Mario or something.
No.
Is there a Wario game on Game Boy Color?
Well, if there is, this is an A.
First party Game Boy Color. I always forget what Nintendo did on Game Boy Color. Sports Team?
Nope.
Kirby.
Nope.
Oh, is it one of the Zelda games?
Nope.
So I was just gonna guess.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Is it Pokemon something?
Sure is.
Yeah, all right. Trading card game.
Yep.
These people and their Pokemon. I love it.
Well, that's because they know you never get it. All right. It was Pokemon trading card game from Andy the Zombie. Next one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks. Our sister?
3D. Metal arms. That F-Zero.
What the hell? How about that Skittle game?
Skittles. Skittles.
I got no idea. I give up to you.
Yeah, I guess so.
X-Men Legends.
Oh, never played that.
This one comes to us from Bowling for Bear.
Okay, this could be a Kirby.
It is a Kirby.
Kind of system.
3DS.
All right, well that makes it easy enough. Planet Robobot.
It is. Nice work. It was
Nice work there.
Belchuk Pizza. It was Planet Kirby Robobot. Kirby Planet Robobot from Bowling for Bear. I mean, either way. This one comes from Alien Boy VA. It's gonna be good.
I'm a lady now, I'm a lady now, already, I'm a lady now, but you don't know me, anything
Hatsune
that
Miku?
I don't
Project Nero?
treat me like a girl.
What the hell is this?
I need freedom now, I need freedom now, wanna be free, I need
Can I know
freedom
this?
now, in this beautiful and mysterious world. No one else like me.
What's this
I'm
one?
so glad I break me out of this rut. So can you
It's a
give
music.
me
It has to be a
passion
music
from
game.
your
Oh, all right. It's
heart?
Rhythm Heaven Mega Mix.
Heavenly Rhythms
I
Mega Mix.
haven't played Mega Mix yet. That's why. Man,
Man,
I clearly need to play it.
I'm a lady.
that was from Alien Boy VA.
That's my new theme song. I'm a lady now.
Here comes one from Kern.
I'm a lady now. I'm a lady. This could be Kirby. I mean, this could be Kid Icarus.
It's not.
All right, have a Fire Emblem?
No.
Have a,
Is it a Smash Brothers?
Nope.
have a, is it first party?
I don't know. I don't think so.
All right. You know the company. Don't tell me.
I don't know.
Could be an RPG, like a Square Enix RPG.
I mean, that's what it looks like.
Okay. System?
3DS.
3DS RPGs.
Bravely Default?
Bravely Second. Tales of something.
Is it one of the Etrian Odyssey games?
Here it is.
Oh, good
I'll
job.
take it.
Okay.
Okay, Odyssey 4.
Untold 2.
Yeah,
There's too many.
yeah.
Nice work, guys.
Etrian Odyssey 4, Untold 2, First Edition.
Director's Cut.
The Tree of
Etrian.
Etrian Liquid.
This one comes from Jacob. Yake.
Yeah. What is this? What system is this?
Yes.
Pretty nice for DS.
Yeah, it's a real panty drop. Is it one of the art styles?
Oh my god. I'm gonna say this isn't first party.
It's not.
Yeah. Oh, that instrument sounds familiar. I don't even know what to guess. There's so much on DS. Have I played this?
I'm sure you did. Franchise stuff.
Oh boy. Wow. Now I hear stuff that makes me think it sounds like Undertale. I know it's not Undertale. Okay. It's not an Ace Attorney. It's not Trace Memory. It's not. What is it? Oh, I like it. Is it Sega? What is this? I was gonna say something Mega Man, but is it again? ZX? What the hell was on ZX? Battle Network? What else was on DS Mega Man? Mega Man. What was on DS that was Mega Man? Just, no. Not Zero.
No.
Oh god, what were those Battle Network games called that weren't Battle Network? I know it's gonna be one of those damn things. It's like something about stars.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Mega Man Starbase.
Yeah.
Can I get
I'm not gonna say it.
Star Force? Mega Man Star Force.
Mega Man Star Force 3.
See, a Battle Network, should, if she knew, would have included all.
This one is near and dear to my heart, and it comes to us from Steel Diver.
Flicky.
I played it.
It's not Cat.
Oh my god, it sounds terrible. Well, it's NES, I guess.
Nope.
Game Boy? Game Boy Color? Oh, is it the Muppets game?
Yeah.
Holy crap, that's bad. Didn't even try.
All right, so that was from Steel Diver, and it was Muppets on Game Boy Color. What's FX, who sent the most perfectly labeled song of all time?
Teacher's Pet.
It just takes a second because.
Apparently, we have a picture of it here somewhere. Doesn't sound like a Castlevania to me. Let's tap.
Let's tap.
Let's tap. Future tapping game. You know he's saying choose your tapping game. I just always joke about saying future tapping game.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Aw,
Choose your tapping game.
it's so much worse, though.
Here comes one from
Right?
Wired.
It should be future tapping game. Alright, this is Game Boy?
No.
Color?
No.
NES?
NES.
NES.
Really bad for NES.
License.
Oh boy. G.I. Joe.
No.
James Bond
No.
Jr. X-Men.
Yes.
Really?
Uncanny.
Of
Oh,
course. Back then.
Yes. You're on.
the Uncanny X-Men.
Last song comes from Mikey3319.
Oh my god, I know this. Shite. I know God damn it, I know the whole song. You know if it's made by Sunsoft?
It is.
Yeah. Fungal, help me out here. Fungal Fester. Gremlins 2?
Yeah.
Yeah! You know why I took you so long? I've never played the game. I just know it's
All right. So
Holy crap.
you got these 3.
Woo!
Right. So
Sunsoft has got that sound, man. I don't know what they were doing, but their games don't sound like everybody else's.
Yes. Yes.
Don't eat the lollipops there.
Yes.
We did really good today.
Yes. You didn't get X-Men Legends, right?
No, we did really
So you
well.
got 9 out of 10.
All right. Yeah.
Nice work, kids.
I like it. All right. Well, we didn't have a lot of top stories, but we got a full show somehow. I don't know how that
We always
worked.
do.
Because we were talking about
I
pizza.
don't like that. Right,
Oh,
so
I
much
missed the
pizza talk.
Hut segment.
All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, when you talk about Pizza Hut, I mean, it's going on
How
forever.
long?
Oh, no, that's not right. All right, after show, you got a couple minutes.
My father called me. I have to call him back.
My father called me. I have to call him back. Don't call your father.
That's you. That's what you said.
Father.
Megan Jacobs says that
You want
the
Oh, no.
Gremlins 2 song sounded really spoopy. It did
It is
sound
spoopy.
Spoopy. Yep.
spoopy.
It was
That time of the year.
Spooktacular.
Time of the year for spoopy music. Low Camp, you're welcome. We'll do a pizza podcast anytime. You should do a podcast where we just eat different pizzas and rate them on a scale of, I guess, pizza to not pizza, according to our conversation today.
Can I be invited to that pizza?
No. I'm sorry. The opening's just closed. We filled the last position.
Oh, sorry.
All right, I guess so. No, maybe if you brought me one of those
You know
cookies or muffins or whatever you made.
What? I don't want to come here.
Who'd you make all those for?
I brought them to school and I brought them to work and I brought them. Yeah, I quit, but still, you know.
Not work.
Mhm.
Hey, could you still work for us? And could you also bring us food? Malik Halo says, bring back the I'm a Lady song. Yeah, I want to hear that too. I need to play that game. That's one of the ones I haven't had time to play, and I wasn't really like jumping to play it because it's Mega Mix, so it's got a lot of songs you've already heard in it, but I have not heard that one, and that's enough motivation right there. Oh man, you and I have really redeemed ourselves with music trivia lately.
Yeah, I usually worry when it's just the two of us, but
Just two. No, we've been doing pretty good.
You like my little girl leggings?
How much were they? Where'd you get them from? Did you pay for them? Yeah, that's what I thought.
I paid for them. They were $30 and I got them online. Leave me alone.
I paid for them with cookies.
No, I paid for what?
Ma Flash says we should do GoNintendo VR. Watch the guys eat pizza and mop sauce from their shirts. They have feel the burps in VR. They have some VR game coming out for PSVR that is it's like a bar / arcade, so you play like darts and pool and skee ball and stuff like that. But then you can also have virtual beer bottles to just like clank with people that are there. They show in the trailer like people like fake drinking them. I'm like, I guess it adds to the experience. I don't know. I'd play it. You'd play the VR pizza episode. Yeah, virtual pizza eating. That would be amazing. Come on, there was that
But the key is to feel satisfied, not hungry.
virtually satisfying. There was that competitive eating game for WiiWare. That was at launch, I think, if I remember right. WiiWare. Yeah, we can do virtual reality cat cam. That's true. Nikki Hill wants to bring back the hat cam like we used to do. So if he's ever around, we could do virtual reality hat cam. All right, the show's done exporting. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a lovely weekend. And we will see you next week. Same place, same time. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.